I've heard a great deal about you, Mulan. You took your father's armor. Yeah. Ran away from home. Impersonated a soldier. Endangered the lives of thousands of men. And destroyed my palace. But soon the world will know the great things you have done.
The greatest gift and honor is having you for a daughter.
Well, howdy, folks. I know I skipped a day, but we're going to get back on track here. Tomorrow will be the last of the Disney Renaissance Marathon. But tonight was Mulan. Took a look at Mulan. And this one wasn't as... this one wasn't as forgettable as what the previous two movies were. Yeah, this I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just babbling because I've got a cold now, so that kind of didn't help things. But Mulan is a very well thought out movie by the Disney Renaissance. However, I did read up a little bit about it. They were more concerned about how this would play in the Chinese market. And because this takes place in China, and I had to laugh at one of the critical responses was that they felt that the Chinese audiences felt that Mulan looked too foreign for them. But anyway, that's so it goes. You can't please everybody, right? Some of the cast that we have in the film, we have I believe her name is Ming-Na Wen, who is the voice of Mulan. She's been in things like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and many other films and so forth. Her singing voice is Lea Salonga, who is also a actress and singer. Matter of fact, she was also the singing voice for Princess Jasmine in Aladdin. And so, not only did she get to voice one princess, she got to voice two princesses, be the singing voice. But anyway, we have B.D. Wong from Law & Order and Jurassic Park fame, being the captain. Harvey Firestein, I'm probably butchering his name, but Harvey Firestein. Mrs. Doubtfire, the guy who played his gay brother. Okay, if you've seen that, you know who I'm talking about. Has a really froggy voice and, really goofy. Also with B.D. Wong being the captain, the singing voice was by Donny Osmond, and it's so obvious that it's Donny Osmond singing. Some of the other actors, we have James Wong, who's been in countless films and TV shows, such as Big Trouble in Little China. He was the villain. He was in a few episodes of MASH. Yeah. Also, Pat Morita. Mr. Miyagi is the voice of the Emperor. And Miguel Ferrer is the voice of the villain. And I gotta say, the animation in this film, I bragged about how Hercules had really good animation. This had excellent animation in it. Really, really good animation in it, and it definitely took use of the CGI and in the crowd enhancement using on the Huns, who are the villains of the film. It really is quite nice, I will say. There's some of the other things about the film. Yeah, one key thing to take from this is that this was actually not done. This was done in partial with the main feature animation group. A majority of this film was actually done at the Walt Disney Feature Animation Studio in Florida, actually. And I think it was just a film that they wanted to let them have. But this was the main release. Now, that kind of throws a wrench into things because I said that I was only going to focus on the main feature animation studio. But, if you're going to do that, you might as well throw in a Goofy movie. But I can't because that was part of the feature animation in Paris that did that. And they didn't classify that as, because at this time they were counting what number of animated features that they had done. I can't remember where Mulan sits. Let me count real quick, because I know... That's 35th. 36. This was 37? The 37th animated feature is what they count, I believe. I don't know if it says anything here on the back. No, it doesn't. Yeah. One thing I forgot about the cast, and I keep forgetting that he's in this movie. Eddie Murphy as the voice of Mushu, the little dragon. And this was before Shrek. Everybody thinks of when Eddie Murphy does animated voice work, they think Shrek. And they completely forget that he was in Mulan, doing similar type of humor. But in Shrek, it gets a little bit more adult-oriented. However, there is a few jokes that Mulan pulls off that would make the adults laugh. And the kids would laugh too, but it would be more adult-oriented. It's not a dirty joke, and it is a joke about, however, it is a joke about nudity. But it's not a dirty joke. It's G-rated, so you don't see anything. You just see it's G-rated. It's animated, so you're not going to see anything except maybe arms or feet. That's it. And there's references to being bitten in the butt. Everybody has a butt. So, yeah, Mulan. The music, I will say, is probably a bit more memorable than what Hercules is. Because, not so much the song Be a Man, even though that is a catchy and I think a really good song, Be a Man. But I think the song that most people pick out is Reflection. And this was, I was leaving middle school and entering high school, and so if you hang around a lot of girls, or you notice things in the girls of your class, they may not be necessarily watching these movies. That maybe they were, but they really, and when we were in high school, they picked out Reflection, like in choirs and stuff like that, to sing. So I found, Reflection to be a very, very memorable song. And, of course, again, this has, like the past films, it has a pop single to it. And this is one of those cases where it had two. True to Your Heart, which was not featured in the film, but it was released in released on the end title credits, and it is performed by 98 Degrees and Stevie Wonder, and it's kind of a catchy little tune as well. And then Reflection was performed by Christina Aguilera. I guess that's probably why that the girls, a lot of girls at that time really took after Christina Aguilera, and it was her first album. So, yeah, a former Disney Channel star ends up singing a Disney song. So, yeah, Mulan. It actually performed a little bit better than the previous two entries. Not by much. $304.3 million at the box office, based on a $90 million budget. It's just slightly more than what Hercules made, but yeah, it's still an enjoyable movie. It's really, really good. So, we are winding down here. One more film to go. That's it. One more film. That is Tarzan. So, Tarzan was the last of the Disney Renaissance. So, we'll get in that probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'll get into Tarzan and tomorrow. So, from me to you, see you later.